A friend of mine wants to make a teeny tiny teddy bear out of green stuff. So I'm going to make one for this 28 millimeter miniature here. I'm going to start by getting the body of the bear. Get the sizing down right, that's probably a bit too much. Maybe a little bit smaller. I'm just rolling it into a small ball. Seems like a nice size. I'll need a little bit less for the head. Less than that. Then I'm going to take the X-Acto knife. I got a cup of water off to the side. I'm just going to use that to squish this down a little bit. Teddy bears aren't exactly round. Now I'm going to take 4 even smaller bits, and we're going to make the limbs out of that. I want them to be about the same size. I think that one's a bit too big. If you're doing this larger, you could probably get away with it, but at this size, you want to make sure they're all very similar amounts. This will look pretty good, but probably a little too much for the scale. So I'm going to cut a little bit off each of these. Looks a little better. I think maybe I'll keep that for the legs, but do a little bit smaller for the feet. So this time I'm not going to make a ball. I'm going to make it a little oblong, just kind of rolling it back and forth. Again, dipping my finger in water if I don't want it to stick. And trying to avoid any pointy looking things. I want it to be kind of oblong and rounded. Got a toothpick here. I think maybe that would be better to kind of poke it in and work with this here. Gotta smooth it over a little bit. I have that hole in there now. And just kind of press it into the body. And, you know, teddy bears fortunately are fluffy, so we can get a little bit of texture on it and it'll be okay. And I think once you paint this, it'll all look right. If you got a sculpting tool, you can also use that. Yep. Flattened it out there, you want to avoid that too. I think we'll come back to that. Do the other foot. Just kind of make it not quite so pointy here. And again, just kind of trying to get it squished into place, not flattened out. I think once it's in place, we can kind of flatten the feet a little bit. I'm going to cut this down one more time for the arms. I don't think I need quite as much for the arms here. It's not bad. Again, just pressing it into place. And flatten the tip a little bit. And basically, I'm just going for a general shape. Once you get paint on here, I feel like you'll be able to paint the eyes and the nose and the little paws, and it'll look really good. Right now, you're just going for a basic shape. If you want to really try to put forth some effort, you can kind of sculpt the snout on it. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. The ears are going to be pretty tiny. We'll see how the ears turn out. Again, dipping my tools in water so it doesn't stick. It's also good for trying to smooth it out to get fingerprints off. At this scale, fingerprints kind of look like fur, and again, I think the paint's going to cover it just fine. Kind of got the head up under the shoulder pad there, not quite where I want it, but oh well. So now I just need some teeny tiny little bits for the ears. Probably the hardest part. Messed that one up, we'll try again. All right. So just gonna try to roll this into a little bitty ball. Get that attached for a ear. I suppose I should do the, except this is gonna be the hardest part. Oh, there we go, maybe. Kind of want to flatten that out a little bit. So I probably should have put another ear on here. Just kind of poke it in a little bit, make it look more ear-like, right? Probably should have put another ear on here, but his head kind of got squished into the shoulder pad, so I'm gonna leave it. But I think I might put one more small ball on here for the nose. Just a little piece lying around, and roll that up. That looks a little big. Fortunately, I didn't press it on too hard. So let's see if we can cut that in half, maybe. Again, just very small little bits here. But you're just looking for a general shape. You don't want to, you have to put every, well, lost it. You have to put every little detail, every little eyeball on this thing, though. When you paint it, that'll take care of a lot of that. But I thought maybe if we could do the snout, that would be helpful. Yeah. Helps it look more teddy bear-esque, I feel. So there you go. A teeny tiny teddy bear sculpted out of green stuff. Just gotta let it dry, prime it, paint it. I think it looked pretty good.